Good morning, everybody. So here's today's the big experiment. Are we going to do it? Are we going to figure it out? Welcome to Pat's podcast page. Jason Breitenstein, first on the board. Good to see you. Paul Jack, thank you very much, by the way. I got your envelope in the mail. Dave Bouchard, good to have you on the show, my friend. You're not out spinning donuts in the snow? Man, those are the good days, the good old days. Betty Carlson, you did it. You said you wouldn't be able to do it. I was worried. And you're here. Betty Carlson's my aunt. Randy Carnes, my man. Julie Aaron, happy snow day. That is correct. Now here in Columbus, Ohio, it's a terrible snowstorm. We had almost 4 inches of snow on the ground, and then it rained for 3 hours. So that compressed it down to about, I don't know, 2 inches of snow. And then we got a dustings of snow over the morning. So that was it. Julie Aaron. So yeah, we had school today. I'm surprised I didn't call it, to be quite honest. Jim Black, good morning. Betty Carlson, I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Karen Buzzard did it. Hey, everybody. I'm proud of everybody. Mr. Dave Dixon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming to the show. Steve Dietering, I don't know why you'd be lonely. You're a good looking, very conversational young man, with lots of skills, I'm sure. Brian Fink, I'm glad you made it. I had no doubts whatsoever. Let's see. Paula Scholl, good morning. Gretchen Blystone, good morning. You guys are doing great. You're doing fantastic. I'm proud of you. I was the weird thing was I wasn't nervous at all. I really thought we would be okay because the Pat's Pandemic podcast people, well, they're good people, and good people figure out how to do things. And I knew you could do it. So, pouring myself a nice cup of coffee. So, Ruthie, you made it too. Congratulations. Welcome to the show. That's right. It is February. We got rid of January. This year, we only have 11 months to go. This year. That's it. That's all we got to do. The PPP peeps, Pat's Pandemic Podcast people. That's 4 Ps, P4. Joyce Niergarter, good morning. Good to have you here this morning as well. It's good to have you on board. So again, Central Ohio, we had some snow yesterday. And hey, Scott, I'm going to send you a picture. If you get a chance, pop it up there. Hang on a second. SCOT. There we go. Found you. I'm going to send you 2. Put the non-completed up one first, and then the completed one up second. Only 48 days until spring. Winter just feels like it got here. We haven't had much snow. We've had a few dustings here and there, really. And this yesterday was nice. It was nice to get that amount of snow. We went out, we played in it for quite a bit. Maybe did some snow sculpting. That's what I just shared. So for example, I go out in the morning. Oh, who's bothering me? Who's bugging me? Hold on. Might be super important. No, it's not super important. It's birthday chit chat. So I got up in the morning and I go out to shovel the walk in the driveway and everything. Super heavy, wet snow. And oh, that's right. The HR and my coworker are like, hey, if it's nice out there, be sure to let us know. There you go, Scott. We'll come out and we'll play. So I sent a message like, hey, come on out, check out in the front yard. I built that in like 9 seconds. Okay, not 9 seconds, but if it was 5 minutes, I'd be surprised. And then they come out. So here's a perfectly good basic snow person. And then they came out and did the finishing touches. Can you bring that one up now, Mr. Scott? There we go. We have a snow cat in the front yard. And So welcome. That's what we do here at the Buzzard House. Mark Carlson, good morning. You know, Paula, I saw that too. I don't think we were, not that it matters, but I don't think that was us. But that bike, that little guy looked awesome. But honestly, I don't know, actually. I don't know. Usually, from what I understand, is like each bike we were earmarked for bikes, and these bikes are because of the mass interest in cycling since the pandemic and the shutdowns. They're super difficult to get, so they're way back in the pipeline. So I believe this young man's was in the pipeline for a while. So I'm super excited. He looks awesome. So tomorrow's Groundhog Day. I always forget about that. Isn't that funny? That's Groundhog Day, and I always forget about it. And the most famous Groundhog Day movie is about the same day over and over again. Randy Carnes, I love it. Randy still hates it. And Dave Bouchard, you're 100% correct. The great thing about Sheetz is on a cold, snowy day. Let's just say, for example, you left your house at 5 o'clock in the morning, went out and spun some donuts, in various empty parking lots throughout the county. And then you're like, I'm hungry and I could use warmed up because I had to get out and smack the wipers to clear them off because it was all that. And let's say you even went snow drifting, which is an incredibly dangerous sport. And it's really when you're driving on a back road that has a high bank on it and the wind blows this way and the snow drift drives over it, you dive into the snowdrift with your vehicle at a high rate of speed, usually in the middle of the night, perhaps not under the best of judgments, and you see if you can get through it just to see what you can do. And sometimes it's hard on vehicles, but you have to dig them all out and figure out how to get them to run again. Then you're cold and you have to go get warmed up. Where's a great place to get warmed up? And you need fuel, and you probably need de-icer in your fuel. You go to Sheetz right there. I'm going to get better at that. Right there, you go to Sheetz, not an ad, but it could be. And you can get hot coffee, a delicious breakfast sandwich if that's what you want, or a sandwich, regular sandwich, a sub. You want to like regular bread, like a what I call a kitchen sandwich. You can get a kitchen sandwich. You want a white bread cheese sandwich? No problem. You want a delicious chicken and bacon hot sub? No problem. We'll make it for you right. Oh, you got this? You want some de-icer and some washer fluid? Yeah, it's in aisle 6. Yeah, that's the kind of place it is. It's amazing. So I'm not saying that I've necessarily ever done any of those things, but I did, and I used to do it all the time. So what I don't like about Columbus, Ohio, is we don't get enough snow to go snow drifting. Just saying. Eddie Ambras, good morning. Sue Francis, good morning. You made it. I love it. Well, you know what? I'll be honest. My HR and my coworker are excellent snowcat ear sculptists. We're a cat family. We have 2 cats currently. Seamus has been in the cat family and in our family for he's 16 years old. No, I think he's 17. He's the man. The cat. He's the cat. And then we have a newer cat. He's only a couple years old. That's Hobbs. And Hobbs and Seamus pretty much run the house, but everything is cat centric around here, and not anti-dog at all. Just cats are our thing. I love a good dog. So as far as how they got it to do it, I don't know, because what I was doing was shoveling the driveway while they were doing that. So let's see. Dave Bouchard says, I'm an unofficial speed snowman scientist. I don't know. I mean, I am pretty fast with the snow, but I don't know if I could consider myself a scientist. I don't know why I find that so funny. Still not a scientist. Oh, that's awesome. All right. Oh, great. So Punxsutawney, yeah. So Punxsutawney is a little small town in western. Well, is it western? Yeah, I guess it's central, central western, west central. I don't know, but it's a small town. And if you've ever seen the movie Groundhog's Day, that's not it. Not at all. That town is actually in Northern California. And I remember at the time, there was uproar. The people of Punxsutawney were like, "Why didn't you come film it here?" I don't know. Probably because they were closer. But it is a real deal thing. The Punxsutawney Festival of Groundhog is off the chart. I've never actually been. When we were at school, so I went to Clarion University. Clarion and Punxsutawney, this can't be that far away. If it's 30 miles, I'd be surprised. Like, I would be like surprised. We never got up to do it. I know for an absolute fact, and Eddie, maybe you were involved with this. I'm certain you were involved with this. We tried to stay up all night and then drive in the morning and be there for it. Like, we were just going to stay up and like leave at an insane hour. That's awesome. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I missed a few here. Julie Stover, good morning and happy Monday to you. Julie, by the way, I saw, how many miles is it? What's it say? You got too small on me too quick. 50 minutes, 38.6 miles. That's as best I can see. So awesome. I was pretty close. But the plan was to get hammered and then drive and then go to the festival and hang out. We never quite got to the second step. I'm certain we got the first step. We were in college. I'm certain we got the first step down. So Bob, you did sound at that festival. That's pretty, that's got to be pretty legit, right? Like, it's like the town swells to like a massive population, like over 100 people. It feels like 30 miles. That's exact. Thank you, Eddie. Eddie, you're a funny guy. I got to be honest. You're pretty funny. So just out of curiosity, are we missing anybody? Have we missed anybody on the show? I feel like a lot of you guys are here. I feel like it's on board. They're doing a virtual festival this year. Ooh, wonder if we could patch that into our live stream in some way, shape, or form. We could be a part of the festival. And 10,000 people for 3 days. And the Punxsutawney people, or the town of Punxsutawney, I've been there a few times. It's not very big. Like, I'd be surprised if it's 10,000. I mean, there's no way. It's not very big. Yeah, the geocaching. You do that? That seems like so much fun. I've never had a chance to do that, but it seems like it's fun. If you don't know what geocaching is, it's basically, if I'm more or less correct, you have a set of coordinates, and it's like a scavenger hunt of sorts, and you go to these exact coordinates and you find a thing. And North Central. Okay, North Central. You see a thing, and then you either take the thing or you replace the thing. Like, you don't actually take it. You either have to acknowledge that you found it, or you exchange it for another thing. But geocaching is like this treasure hunt and people set it up. I don't know. It always just seems super fun. Gobbler's Knob. That's right. That's where they keep Mr. Phil, and he gets up there and does. See? Thank you, Scott Dietering, for all of your help. Let's see. Yes, Eddie, we were very good at that part. That was usually. So Eddie says we were very good at getting drunk, and that was part one of our plan. And most of our plans, that was part one of the plan. Part two rarely was pulled off. Right. So we basically called it mission accomplished, part one done. Part two, steal the bulldozer. Never quite got that far. And was I really going to steal the bulldozer? I was probably just going to knock down the new student union and then park it right where I left it. That's not stealing. That's borrowing. Grand Theft Bulldozer seemed a little extreme for that. Let's see. A virtual festival this year. We're going to try to go that. Gobbler's Knob is closed, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Eddie. Actually, Eddie, you might have spearheaded that trip. That might have been like, you know what we should do? We should, step one, drink a lot of beer. Step two, somebody stay cool, and we're going to drive us there. And it'll be great. So there's already a few thousand people there. Like, I mean, do people camp out a day ahead? because it's tomorrow, right? Is Groundhog's Day tomorrow? Yeah, it's tomorrow. Or is it? No, wait. Today's what? Today's the 1st, right? Yeah. Sorry. It's a long Sunday. I got confused. You know what? Dave Bouchard says an example is from Columbus to Cleveland feels like 10 hours. And I couldn't agree more. Like when you drive from Columbus to Cleveland, you get on Route 71. And it's big for a big road. But from the very tippy top of Franklin County, like maybe into Delaware County. So you'll pass Delaware. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. That is the truth. But so like when you pass the Delaware exit, that's 3637, Route 3637, which I never understood that. From there to the bottom of 271, Parma, more or less, feels like that actual distance can't be much more than 115, 120 miles from there to there. And it feels like it takes days. It takes days to get there. So 10 hours is an excellent, that's perfect. I know driving from, most of my driving these days starts in Columbus because that's where I'm at. Driving from Columbus to Cincinnati. It's about an 100-mile drive. It should take like that. It's down Route 71. Maybe it's Route 71. You get outside of Columbus, and immediately it turns to just nothing. And you're into that really flat section of Ohio. And there's the outlet malls, and you're excited to see the outlet malls. And by the time you get there, you're mad. And yeah, so right when you break, Cincinnati has a giant outer belt. Like it's very far out from their city. Like most cities are roughly 10 miles. I think Cincinnati's outer belt is I think like 25 miles from the outside to this. So you get this perception of like you see the outer belt, you're like yes, and if you're coming down 71, you drive past Kings Island. If you've never been to Kings Island or unaware of it, for Yinzers, it's a Kennywood. It's like just like a Kennywood, but it's a big amusement park. I'm pretty good at this mileage guessing. It might be a new career path for me. Mileage guesser. Just how far do you think it is from blank to blank? I'm like, And I think I take things into account, like would I have to stop and get gas? Would I need a snack? Would I have to get another coffee? Those are how I judge distances. If anyone's done any long-term distancing driving over the years, I used to judge trips by packs of cigarettes. Like, for example, from here to Shreveport is 4 packs of cigarettes. That I know. Now that I don't smoke, that metric is way off because there's no end to it. From here to Charlotte, pack of smokes. You just had to know what you needed. You kind of had to, or if you, and again, it was you were a traveler and a smoker such as myself at the time, you knew which states were the lower taxed, cheaper cigarette area. How many sheets do you pass on the way, Eddie? Eddie Ambrose brings up an excellent point. Here in Ohio, we don't pass many. That's the problem. About to be corrected. Columbus, Ohio has needed a sheets for a long time. I've been telling people, like I don't get up on my high horse very often, but Columbus, Ohio is a destination of many things. We've got sports ball. We've got other stuff. We've got a university. We have state capital. We have a lot of things. We're also a major shipping hub. Like Columbus, Ohio is like 8 hours from everything. Why we don't have a Sheetz, I don't know. Yeah, there is a Goasis on that trip from Delaware to Parma, and it's pretty good. The Donut Trail, though, we do have the Donut Trail, and that's awesome. So Rapid City, South Dakota. I've never driven to Rapid City, South Dakota. I'm going to say 18. That's my guess. It's not fair because you know it. And you probably have driven it 10,000 times. But I'm going to say 18 hours from Columbus to Rapid City. I don't think I'm too far off. Donut trails. That is going to be something we're going to do. I don't know. I don't know. As we work through this. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Point. That's a point. That was awesome. No, don't ask me again. I'll never get that close ever again. That was spectacular. Thank you, Steve, for adding that to the show. Now, when we toured with the band, would you go through the I-80 truck stop there? Would that be how you'd go if you're coming from Columbus, Ohio? Steve, highest praised. Thank you. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling pretty good. Got lots of energy. I did not take a shower this morning. I was going to, so that counts. Snowy, and I do love a snowy day. I don't know why. I do know why, because I like to go out and spin donuts and smoke cigarettes. So, hey, great job, everybody. I was really concerned if we were all going to make the switch. We're going to... Thank you, David. Steve, that is highest praise. I'll co-pilot for you anytime. Thank you, my friend. And Dave Bichard is I've co-piloted Dave Bichard. He's a pretty good wheelman himself. So I think, also, by the way, there was a job posting that my neighbor was really pushing me to do. The Oscar Mayer Wiener truck was looking for a driver. And basically what they were asking for, aside from the ability to drive the truck, which I totally could do, was this crap. Was being able to maybe potentially be social media active, do podcasts, like all that kind of stuff. And you had to sign, it was a year contract. And I was like, to be the Wienerman, to be the Oscar Mayer Wienerman is like, I have my own hot dog roller. Like it's a good fit. And I didn't look any further than the application process because I was afraid it paid a lot. It probably doesn't, but I was afraid it paid a lot. And then I'd be like, oh man, what if this job is worth it? Hey, Jeremy Hunt, good to have you on the show. I know you've been busy in the mornings. We've missed you. I was talking about, I almost took a job driving the Oscar Mayer Wiener truck. But you have to be, part of the deal was you had to be gone 200 days a year. And I can't do that. That's the reason I don't drag these around the country anymore. I like being at home. I like, David, don't you dare tell me it pays mad loot. Look, I loved traveling. I truly did. It's funny that it seems to be a traveling show today. I loved seeing the world. I loved seeing the world through a windshield. That was really it for me. It wasn't getting off of planes. It wasn't getting off a bus. I've actually never really ridden a train more than a few miles. So I've never actually, more than a zoo train, but I've never done a long trip. Eddie asked if I could. Oh, Dave Bichard, don't you talk that way. Eddie Ambras, I believe you could take the Wiener machine to gigs. It would be amazing. All the hot dogs you could eat. Yeah, I would probably have to hire a personal fitness person to keep me just at the level of doughy I am. It would be. Talk about how fun that would be to drive the country being the Oscar Mayer Wiener guy. And then, you're a game show host personality like me. Like, you're just like, oh, hey, everybody, how's everybody doing? Who needs a wiener? You know what I would be like. But I like here. I like you guys. I like my family. So that's why I didn't do it. but it was a tough decision for me because I didn't even apply because I'm sure there's a million other people that are way more suited for the role. But I was afraid, what if I got it, and then what I would do. So, anyways, that was my most recent. The Last Temptation of Buzzard. Be the man of Wiener Man. And so I did I was gonna get business cards, Pat Buzzard, Wienerman, and that got voted down really fast. So yeah, Dave. I mean, I think that's the Dave just said that he read about some experiences doing it, and it's super brutal. It's super strict schedule, and I can only apply just a tiny little bit of what it was like for Saving Jane. Check the box. When you're on the road, it's not just the shows. Like, you had appearances, you had interviews, you had sound check. Like, it was a super tight and super. I mean, and that's not even from a professional transportation standpoint. That was just us as a talent. Like, you get. I'm sure the Wiener Mobile is governed. I'm certain of it. So that's it. Now, Dave, I got to be honest. You would be a fantastic Wiener Man. Like, because your big, awesome, cuddly bear personality. You're like driving up in that big Wiener machine. I think it's like a big Chevy dually too. Like, I think it's something cool. So Steve, it's probably governed at 65, but you'd probably think Dave could hotwire it for you, and you'd probably get her up to 80 or so. Aerodynamics on a hot dog are not great. So, all right, everybody, it was a good show. Thanks for making it over. We're going to keep pushing the make the switch. And now, I've never really asked you to do this, but now I want you to share. Morning, John, by the way. Good morning. Thanks for making the show. I want you to start sharing it, letting people know that we're doing this, and probably, actually, Julie, that's a pretty good point. You're probably not allowed to park the Wiener truck outside a bar. It's probably bad for business, unless it's a Wiener sponsored event, which maybe you could do. I could never do the food truck thing. I love food trucks. I love the idea of traveling food. I think it's great. I don't know if you ever saw that. There's a movie John Favreau did called Chef. It's really great. I highly recommend it. But it's about him in a food truck and life, whatever. Dave said it's on an F450 chassis. See, that'd probably roll along pretty nice. So, all right, everybody, I got to work. You guys are great. Go out, make a snow person, a snow cat if you want. You can make whatever you want. If you need tips on how to get the ears pointy, you know where to call. You guys are fantastic. I love all of you. I truly do. Even you.